Yo, 910 Voice Pod, T Dub. How you doing, man? Good to see you, bro.
Good, man. Doing good. Good to see you too, bro.
Kind of today's video, man. I just want to keep it simple. I want to talk about the best team in basketball, the Oklahoma City Thunder, led by Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And I really just want to get straight into it because I was talking to my boy Cam earlier about this. Shout out Cam. There's not enough people talking about how good this Thunder team is. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is averaging 33 minutes a night, averaging 32.8 points per game. He's damn near scoring 1 point per minute. He set out 12 fourth quarters this year. 12. That is literally 4 games worth of quarters. And he's averaging 32 a game. Peep this. He set out 12 fourth quarters this year, and he still leads the league in clutch scoring. So, like, clutch scoring is defined as, like, games within 5 points under 5 minutes. This dude might be the MVP this year. Well, he should be the MVP at this pace. Plus player of the year. And, hell, the Thunder should repeat as champions. They have the best defense in the league by about 7 to 8 points from number two. So if they're holding people to, I think it's 104 points per game, 105 points per game, the next team is holding people to like 110, 112. I don't think other people understand. Jalen Williams missed the first month and a half of basketball. The Thunder's second All Star, an All NBA guy, bro. And they just been rolling. The only game they've lost this year, they're 23-1 as of right now. They played tonight against Phoenix, but they should win that game as well. But they're 23-1, and Jalen Williams missed, I think, what, 15, 16 games? Their second best player. And when he came back, he's been on a minute restriction. The only game they lost this year, they blew a 20-point lead, and they lost at the buzzer. I don't think people's understanding how good this Thunder team is, man. T-Dub is a Warriors fan. He remember when the Warriors broke the Bulls record of 72-10, and they went 73-9, of course, in 2016.
No rings.
This team doesn't have the star power of a Splash Brothers in a sense from like a popularity standpoint. But this team might be better than that team. You know what I'm saying? So my question to you, man, what do we gotta do for SGA and the Thunder you talked about even more? I'm looking for a team that lost 1 game and we're in December. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy, man.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what we're gonna be able to do to get them talked about more. First of all, I don't think they will get talked about more because, like you said, the popularity thing with them. A lot of people just don't like SGA. Like it's
Free throw
a,
merchant,
a lot of
flopper.
people. Yeah, yeah. A lot of people like love SGA, but I think the people that love SGA is guys like you and I who just like respect the game, and then like OKC fans. But like everybody else hate that nigga. Like they like you said, he a flop artist, he a free throw merchant, he's not legit, stuff like that. But like SGA is really good, bro. And like OKC is just as good as like and don't get it twisted, like it's all behind him. Like it's man, that team is good, bro. And the fact that they have a chance to beat the Warriors record, that I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna hurt a little bit. But you know, records are meant to be broken. But I think that if they break the Warriors record, what they'll do that the Warriors didn't do, I think that they'll win the finals again. Like we gonna pray healthiness over the team. You know, hopefully no unfortunate injuries. Like we said, Jalen Williams missed the first month and a half or so because he was injured. So hopefully if they don't sustain any injuries, like, you know, no foreseen injuries, they should go on to the finals, like for sure. I don't know if it's gonna be a cakewalk. You know, somebody might pop out in the finals, somebody could make a trade, and you know, woody woo. But I really see them repeat. And I do see Shea being the MVP again. It's crazy. Like I remember when the season first started, I kept asking you week to week. Like I'm like, is Jalen Williams still hurt? Because there's no way that I'm like, bruh, how is their second best player who is the all-star?
And
And
an
wasn't
All
he
NBA guy.
all NBA? And
All
wasn't he all
NBA.
defensive?
I believe so.
He's not playing. And they only lost 1 game.
That's what
I'm
I'm
like,
saying.
bruh, what is going on? Like, yeah, they crazy, and they've been a crazy good team for the last couple years. And it's not just big, super big names other than Shea. And I remember before too, you was even saying like you wasn't a super big Jalen Williams believer. You didn't know if he could win a championship being the team second best
I
player.
said
But
that. I said that. Oh,
hey,
hey.
they done it, and he might do it again. And so is he legit now, in your opinion?
We gotta see. We gotta see. We gotta see.
Okay. Okay.
It's easy to look good when you play beside a guy averaging 30. You
It
know what I'm saying?
is.
So
It
I mean,
is.
but them guys in Oklahoma City, man, shout out. The Thunder, they are world beaters. They're not front runners, they're not pretenders, they are world beaters.
World beaters, bro.
It is tough, man.
They defense is just
That's the thing. They're not even that crazy offensively.
yeah, cause they
They're not out there like making 43s a night. They just locking
that's
everybody down.
that's what I'm
And
saying.
then
They don't
when the starters get tired, they just bring the bench in, and the bench they be building off the leads. A lot of times, a lot of the bench units in the NBA, they come in the game and they maintain the lead. The Thunder comes in the game, they'll be up 15 and they'll make a 25-point lead. You can't score on them. Case and Wallace, like them boys are not playing when they come in the
Case of
game,
Wallace
man.
be having people in
Alex
prison.
Caruso, like Hartenstein, remember the second unit, man. It's legitimate.
Yeah,
Luke Dort, AJ Mitchell, like it's crazy, man.
they got a lot of defensive
SGA is a good
guys.
defensive player.
He
It's
is,
just
bro.
Chet
People
Holmgren's a great defensive player.
people will be looking at, and that's another thing I think that people don't be looking at, like with SGA. Like I don't think he. It's crazy, like these guys that's known for their offense, bro. But SGA don't get enough credit for his defense, and he don't really have a weakness. Like he's 6'6", 6'7".
No, he's six. Yeah,
Uh,
he's
he's
6'5",
6'6",
6'6".
6'6". Okay, okay. But yeah, but like, bro, like he got a good wingspan on him. Like he can guard, like I ain't gonna say 1 through 5, but 1 through 3.
Yeah,
Like if he gets
easily.
switched off, it's not like somebody going
Yeah,
free
guys not
eats.
calling ISO on him. Yeah, they're not calling ISO
Exactly.
on shit.
Yeah. So I don't know, man.
People don't pop off against the Thunder. I mean, hell, Devin Booker's one of the best scorers in the league. His line tonight is at 20. You will never see Devin Booker line at 20 for against any team in the
Ever,
league.
ever, bro.
And he might not
That's
even hit that against the Thunder, man.
I don't know. He might not. I remember they released the stat on Instagram. Like I didn't even know, but they said Case and Wallace, like it was like against like Steph. Um, I forgot the other two names, but he held like pretty much like all of them. They was like 3 for 17 with him as the primary defender.
There
I'm
was a
like,
stretch
that's
last year between, I think, February, March, and April. Nobody even scored 30 on the Thunder.
damn.
They play in the Western Conference where they have guys against Steph Curry, Devin Booker, Luka Doncic, and Kevin Durant. Nobody scored 30 on them in the last 3 months of basketball, man.
They it's their defense, man, because it's defense wins championships, bro. And this needs to be understood. Like, even in today's game where it's so offensive heavy, it's still defensive. Like, if your defense, you can live behind the defense in NBA. I mean, obviously you gotta score points, but I mean, they can score,
They
but
have SGA.
they don't have to, yeah, they don't have to like go on a 15-point run from the 3-point line to score on you, because they play defense and they just get out and run, and before you know it, you out of breath, and then now you just turning the ball over back to back to back, and they just running. That's
It's
crazy,
a
bro.
tough, man. I think, and the next video we'll do, we'll touch on my guy in the Motor City, man, Kay Cunningham, because the boys in Detroit hooping right now, too. They're not hooping like the boys in Oklahoma City,
Yeah, you
but
got
they
look.
are hooping. But SJ, man, like, shout out. Everybody and their mama with Glaze and Nikola Jokic to start the year. He actually hasn't been as impressive as people have been thinking it is. But I'm not going to talk about the Nuggets right now. But we bet if the Thunder is 60-3, we don't care about who's second place MVP voting. And nobody better debate about SGA, man.
Yeah,
Nikola Jokic can average 40. Like this Thunder team they're crazy. They're crazy
yeah,
good, man. So
that's insane, bro.
I
They
know
so
Luka started the
good.
year out averaging 40. He's came down to earth. He's averaging like 35 now.
So he
But
simmered down, but
but it's still just this Thunder team. The fact that the Nuggets are playing so well. The Nuggets have the highest offensive rate in NBA history right now, which is crazy to say.
I didn't even know that.
The Lakers have Luka and Reeves combined for like 60 points a game, and the Thunder is still clearly better than both those teams. That's how
Yeah.
good this Thunder team is, man. So I don't know, but
You see, well, first of all, I know they have to get and win the finals. They have to get to and win the finals this year. But You think they have a legitimate chance to three-peat?
They have a shot at three-peating, but I'm like, I'll call that next season
Okay.
because
Because like,
those boys in Indiana. I mean, they took them to 7 games last year.
yeah, but coming off an injury, you know what I'm saying? Like Tyrese Halliburton gonna have to get,
Oh
back
no,
acclimated.
I'm not saying the Pacers are going to beat them next year. I'm just saying that the fact that the Pacers team who
Oh,
started
okay.
who their best player was Miles Turner, but it was the fact that they took the Thunder to 7 games. It's not nothing.
Hey, but what SGA say? He ain't like that.
They say they play their best basketball. Look at them; they're playing really good basketball right now.
They
So
got focused. They had that first final jitters, bruh. They had to get it out their system.
I don't know, man. It's scary though. I wouldn't. As a gambler, man, I wouldn't bet on anybody else to win the finals but the Thunder.
It's
I don't
crazy
know. I don't even know what's
because
coming out of the East, man.
like this is the basketball league. Like, well, granted, like I said, this is still a whole season in front of us and more time, but nobody saw like a team dominating year to year because they was like, the time for super teams is kind of like done. Everything is kind of spread out, it's kind of more even, but OKC looking like they just about to beat another dominant team. It's just who can beat OKC?
Because you gotta think they arguably have the best point guard in the league, depending on if you feel like Luca's a point guard or
Yeah,
not.
yeah, yeah.
And even then, it depends on if you think Luca's better than
I'm
SGA.
about to say,
So now it's a legitimate conversation, right?
yeah, I
But
don't know if Luca better than SGA right now.
then you gotta think the only person that could probably easily score and I say easy in quotations like is Wembayama. But are the Spurs gonna make the conference finals? I mean, people. This was my issue with Wemby before the season. We did it on a video. They were saying Wemby's a top five player in the league. Wemby's a top five talent in the league, yes, but he can't play more than 10 games in a row. Where is he at now? He's been hurt. He's always
Yeah,
hurt. So
injury
it's
squad.
hard to be that big doing the things he do. I mean, when you're 7'7", so I don't think people that talk about the Spurs being a potential threat to the Thunder, the word potential is correct because that's all it is. Like we're talking about hypothetically. I don't even think the Spurs will make it past the second round of the playoffs if they make the playoffs because their best guy can't even play basketball for 3 weeks in a row. So how can you win a championship if your best guy can't even make like through the whole playoff run? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man.
And
You'll see.
I don't know if you wanted to touch on the Warriors real quick, briefly too. Man, I don't know what's going on, with my guys, bro. And I'm I'm glad. Well, I'm not glad that this is going on with the Jonathan Kaminga situation, but I am at the beginning of the season, everybody was so, oh, Jonathan Kaminga, this is what they've been missing. This is what's been happening. Like when he gets opportunity, he starts. But like I was like, no. What was happening was he was actually accepting his role because I watched a couple of games at the beginning of the season where I'm like, okay, it looked like they had a long conversation with bro, and he was in that mode of like, okay, like he accepted who he was, but then eventually he just got back into the I'm Jonathan Kaminga, and then Steph got all the wagged, and Steph got hurt, and then now he not getting minutes, and it Jonathan Kaminga, bro. I ain't gonna lie, he just need to be off of the Warriors. Like it's just not it, bro.
I think he's eligible for trade next month.
Yeah, it's just not it, bro. Do you think anybody would trade for him though? Like, do you think he has enough market value?
You're buying the hype on his potential. The same potential that the Warriors don't see to play him consistently. So I mean, he looked excellent for 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks of the year, it was nothing but positive coming out. And now I think 2 nights ago, they asked Steve Kerr about Kaminga's thoughts, and he's like, "I'm gonna keep those thoughts private." Nobody ever has positive comments that they want to keep private because they want to uplift a player. That's all I'm gonna say. If it was positive comments and positive thoughts, Kerr would have gladly spoke on those comments in that moment, but he didn't. So
That's the Jonathan Kaminga experience though. He always looked great for 2 weeks. I don't know why people and they fall for the trap every time. Johnny Kaminga, look, he all every time he start hooping, he'll come in. I mean, he'll even have a couple of 30 bombs. Yes, ace clean cut, bro. He'll have a couple of 30 bombs, bro. But like, and people will be like, oh, like this is it. Like, ain't no need to be, playing two timelines and stuff like that. It's time to hand Jonathan Kaminga the keys and stuff like that. And then it's like when the world needed him most. I don't know if it's like mental or what. Like I don't know if he starts playing good, but then he just automatically gets that, oh, like I'm him.
I don't understand for a team whose offense has been terrible since Steph Curry's went down. Their arguable best scorer is Kaminga, and he still isn't getting consistent minutes. That's the bigger red flag in my opinion. Like there's some Warriors games where they have like 40 points at half,
And that's gonna be bad.
but
It's so bad. And I don't what's
it's to the point where Pat Spencer getting called out. We get Pat Spencer praise. I'm like Pat Spencer shouldn't be in the league on like on all half the teams, but shout out Pat Spencer, man. But
Bruh, Jimmy Butler.
Butler, hey, 2 years, $120 million extension, by the way. He got off the plane in San Francisco and signed a 2 year, $120 million extension for playing like a quarter with the Warriors.
Just for them to be 500 today. They needed Giannis. And if they couldn't get Giannis, they shouldn't have pulled the trigger on Jimmy. Should have just been that simple. It should have been no move. It should have been no major moves for a big superstar. They should have just waited to the offseason and made moves. Because if you can't land Giannis, which they couldn't, or KD, which they couldn't, why are you Jimmy Butler is not Giannis or KD. I don't know,
I want to
bro.
say that we did this on video as well. I got to find the clip. Our take on the Miles Hunter signing, aged like wine. The Bucks are terrible, and I called it back then, and I was like, "You stretched Dame Lillard at 20 million per year until 2030 to bring in Miles Turner. What does that do for the Bucks?" Granted, yes, Brook Lopez on the decline. That is valid. That is very valid. Nobody talks about Brook Lopez this year. Okay, understandable. But the fact is, y'all brought in Miles Turner, a guy who the Patriots was like, "Hey, it's been nice. It's been nice knowing you," and he's been there for what I think 9 years. So the fact
Nah,
that all these Bucks fans were getting hyped over this move from Miles Turner, and now your greatest player ever is about to hit the door.
yeah,
Terrible. You got to
Giannis.
think Miles Turner is making 22 million a year, and they're paying Dame Lillard 20 million in dead cap space. They can't sign nobody. They're in cap space hell.
Yeah, and Giannis out of there. Because they don't they can't they now they legit cannot make any moves. Before it was already looking grim, but now they legit cannot do anything. And there's nothing they can tell Giannis. It's amazing that they even got him to stay this season. Hell, he might request a trade by the deadline,
Yeah, that's
but
what the
I
rumors
doubt he'll
are.
do that.
He ended up to be. I don't see it, and it's more so. There's two reasons. One, a team that he wanted to go to, they have to probably trade like five players to get him minimum because of the contract. And then it's like, all right, you might have like a superstar teammate, but you have no depth, which is the Bucks last year. Or you trade him to a team this season and it takes like 2 or 3 months to kind of get everybody on the same page, and then you probably could just be a first round exit. So that's a very unique case in Milwaukee. Very unique case. I mean, this man's been averaging, I think, like 30, 12, and 5 for the last 5, 6 years, and just kind of just been wasted. So,
Yeah, he just been doing a whole lot for nothing. Not for nothing, but because they still been like. I
I mean,
mean,
they're
it's
under
kind of
500
the
this year.
well, yeah, right now. But I mean, he's injured, right?
They were losing games with him too, though.
Oh, damn.
So they lost like 6 straight before he went down. Bucks has been bad, man. They got a terrible coach. Doc Rivers, you're a bum. So you've been living off of one. You've been living off of one championship
One
ring for
championship,
17 years now,
bro.
Doc. You had three Hall of Famers on that team, by the way.
I don't
Jesus.
know. I don't know why people think Doc Rivers is such a good coach, bro.
And
That clip
Darvin
I
Ham, your
sent you.
assistant, he's a bum too. I'm sick of you.
Hey, keep it Torian Prince in the lead, bro. Single
Torian Prince got
handedly.
Darvin. He got pictures of Darvin Ham. I'm telling you, I don't know if it's pictures of
Cheating.
Darvin Ham or of his wife, but he got pictures of somebody.
He
Maybe him
knows
and Darvin
something.
Ham.
Yeah, he
There
knows.
is no reason Torian Prince is employed by the NBA.
You said him and
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that though. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. I don't want no hate comments, but I'm just saying the fact Torian Prince got something on Darvin Ham.
he that
Bro
road
don't
that.
do anything, man. He do Udonis Haslem. without the rings. So
Yeah, man. I don't know, but yeah, I don't see Giannis leaving before the end of the season. But after this season, it's over. It's over. It was over before this season, but Giannis, I guess the
what Cam
loyalty in
Newton
his heart,
say?
bro.
What Cam Newton say? He
Hey,
said up here, I know it's
up here,
over, but here
we here, it'll
it'll
never
never
be
be
over.
over.
That's how Giannis feeling about Milwaukee.
He not
Because the
letting it go because
loyalty,
his wife already moved back to Athens. Like his family's in Greece.
yeah.
So
So
I mean, yo, bro's coming home to a cold house most of the nights. They should pop it off Milwaukee, man.
yeah, he just need to get out of
So
there.
well,
Damn.
like we started the pod, man. SGA, OKC, them boys hooping, man. Right now, it just feels like the rest of the league is playing for second place. This feels like a
Basically,
foregone conclusion.
like Larry Bird said, hey, who's shooting for second?
Shout out to Thunder, man. I just want to get it on record, get that Thunder conversation talking more, man. That's pretty much it. Hey, shout out to Celtics. They won their last 9 out of 10 games too. I remember the media. I remember the bums. They said that the Celtics would be the second worst team in the Eastern Conference. Look at y'all now. Shout out, man. Seize
Hey,
up. Jalen Brown, man. Finals MVP, baby.
oh yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like
he did. Okay, okay,
confused
okay.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, but nah, I want to say this too, cause my boy, I ain't gonna say his name and name. His name not important. But my boy, I was sitting here trying to tell him that Jalen Brown is a hooper and he's the scorer. And I was like, we watched this man average 28 points when everybody was talking about his left hand was wait, was his left or his right?
His
He didn't
left. Yeah,
have
saying his left
yeah,
hand.
his left hand was garbage. Everybody was talking about his left hand was garbage. And the man averaged 28 points. I'm like, how, bro? He told me that Jalen Brown wasn't a scorer like that. I'm like, we calling this man. You said he not a scorer. And he averaged 20. I know Jason Tatum was playing, but it's no man. It was a 1A 1B situation with those guys. We already knew that, bro. I knew that. I do that. And now look at him like it's like still around relevancy behind Jalen Brown. Yeah, and they still got a decent team. They still got Derek White and the crew, but
The team is okay at best.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
it's
okay. They
behind
have no
Jalen Brown,
bigs.
bro. It's
But
behind
yeah,
Jalen Brown.
Jalen Brown averaging 29 this year, so it's just shout out JB, man.
Score. And who did I say he was a better scorer again? I can't remember, bro. Gosh, I can't remember. He might be averaging. I think he averaging more than that person a game though, for sure. Was it Jordan
JB need
Poole?
to get. It's crazy because JB's not even getting like MVP talks. With granted, he's not top five MVP, but he's not even like top 10 MVP vote in terms of if you go into betting sites. He's not listed, and
Man,
he's been playing better this year than the average guy, like the other guys like Donovan Mitchell. Talk about comparable wings, but Donovan Mitchell, Devin Booker, Harden. Well, no, not Harden because the Clippers are ass. Yeah, I'm not gonna go back on that. But yeah, Harden. KD's debatable since the Rockets are pretty good. But Jalen Brown's he's like a top five wing this year. Not a top five two guard, not top five three. He is a top five wing. It's we don't get into it right now, but there's not five wings who's having a more productive season on a winning team than Jalen Brown. So, shout out,
he
man.
needs to
Shout out
start
Jordan
rubbing that
Walsh too,
hairline on people
man.
though.
Hey, he stopped. He stopped recently. Shout out Jordan Walsh too, man. Shout out my boy Malachi. I know I had the ball jokes on Jordan Walsh, but he does out peaches, so I stopped that. But Jordan Walsh has been hooping this year, so shout out Jordan Walsh, man. Yeah, go Boston, man. Shout out Con Knuckle. You know, I seen Con Knuckle in person,
CLT.
man. Shout out, man. Con is
CLT.
cold. You know,
Hey,
say
word on the streets is he's Charlotte best player.
I ain't been on those streets. I have heard that from one man, but I ain't been on those streets.
Hey, nah, I ain't gonna say Con Canupa their best player because obviously it's Lamelo, then Brandon Miller. But Con Canupa is their most
He might
consistent
be better than
player.
Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller's ass.
And Brandon Miller, he didn't. Bruh, Brandon Miller didn't shot like 1 for 17. No, 2 for 80. No, all right, 2 for 35 the last couple games he done played, bro. I'm like, what is going on with this dude, bro? Like every time I check the box score, he's like he 1 for 7, and then I'll look back later, he'll be 1 for 14. I'm like, what? It's not he
Yeah,
not shooting.
they compare him to Paul George. I'm talking like, yeah, Philly Paul George. Motherfucking ass.
Hey, his favorite player, ain't it?
But that's all we got, man. Until next time. Anything you want to tap in, man? Any shout outs?
Nah, man. Nah, man. Y'all know where it is. 910. 910. Follow, like, subscribe, bro. Get this thing jumping, man.
Appreciate it, man. Until next time, bro.
All right.
You had to relax because